All right, Keep the Score podcast, man. Welcome to episode 8, bro. We got a good episode for y'all today, man. I'm excited. We got a little Christmas Eve episode for y'all, so I hope y'all feel love, because low key we could not have did it, but we love y'all, so we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we had to pop out. Um, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for watching so far, bro. We gonna hop into it, man. Today we got a good little slate, bro. A lot of shit going on. Before I start, man, I want to throw. We got a guest, man. We got a special guest, one of our brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Fish Tipperson, big fish in that motherfucker. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
yo.
Call me Big Fish. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy, bro. Fish, how you feeling, bro? How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm feeling festive, you know, it's Christmas time, baby. Back home with the family, so everything's good, feeling good, ready to chop it up on some good sports, man.
Hell yeah, we got our boy Jack, man. Staple, man. Big Jack, how you feeling, bro? How you living? You alright?
Holiday season. Happy holidays to the boys.
God, happy holidays. So we're gonna hop into it, man. Today we got the NFC South playoffs, man. With how that's looking out in their division, bro. You know I gonna run it with my boys, fucking Carolina Panthers, man, city. So I had to, you know what I'm saying, show love to that. Happy for them. But we got the Tampa Bay Bucks, man, and what the fuck is going on in Tampa? That is the question. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened, but it's not looking good, man. A lot of people are not happy with that situation. We got the AFC playoff picture as a whole. It's getting real close, man. The Broncos took a loss. Patriots got a big win, so it's looking like Patriots are probably going to take the AFC crown this year. But we're going to talk about that, man. We're going to talk about our teams. We got a Fish is a Patriots fan, just so y'all know. So we got two of them now, y'all. It's going to be interesting for sure. But then we're going to hop over to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to see who is the better quarterback. So we're definitely getting to that. It's going to be y'all going to really enjoy that. Stick around for that. And then we got NCAA, man. We got college football format, because why the hell is JMU in it? We're going to talk about that, because that's crazy. Then we got the 25-year-olds going back to college. Yeah, that's, we're not messing with that either. We're definitely getting to that. Then we got the NBA, man. Then we love the hoops. We're going to talk about finals teams, what teams are looking like so far this season, going into the Christmas games. And then we're going to talk about the rookie of the year. I'm all Khan. I think the boys here are all Cooper, but we're going to definitely get into it. So for sure, man, with that being said, NFC South, man. NFC South. Right now, speaking, we got, put this up for y'all so you lock in. Right now, as the NFC South sits today, we got Carolina at 8-7, Tampa with the 7-8, and I think right now Carolina will win it all because they have the split with Tampa. That was a big win they got this past Sunday. So man, how y'all feeling about the NFC South, and what y'all think about the Carolina Panthers, man, that came out of nowhere this year? A lot of development from Bryce Young. So I'm gonna kick it to you, Fish, our boy. What you think about the Carolina Panthers, bro? How you feeling?
To be honest, I am pretty surprised that they have put it together. The beginning of the year, it kind of looked like the same old Panthers. It looked like Bryce Young was the Bryce Young of the past, and the benching decision really didn't help benefit him moving into the next season. So it was a pleasant surprise to see them start turning it around. But that defense is really the reason why they've even had a chance. Their defense has
Facts.
been playing unbelievable, made up for a lot of times that Bryce
Facts.
Young really had the offense pretty stagnant. The run game's been pretty well, been getting going pretty well here the last few weeks too. So if they're able to keep that
Oh,
going into the playoffs, they're gonna be a wagon going in, because the two best things to have for any playoff run, in my opinion, is a good defense and a good run game. Everything else falls in line after that.
That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, what you thinking? What you thinking?
I agree. I think they started to pick up some steam. The defense has instilled a lot of confidence in Bryce Young going out there. I've been watching some of their games too. I know you pointed my eyes toward their direction. You know, being a Carolina native, I
Yeah,
started. Let me
so,
see what them boys talking about. So I've been tuning in. I always had to keep my eye on Tech and see how he started off. They've been starting to get a little young. So
no,
I think
definitely.
Horn has been a shutdown corner in his own right. So
Talk about it.
they got a lot of pieces out there, man. I'm not gonna lie. Future looks bright.
No, definitely. With my brothers, man, that's been my wedding. He's a big Carolina Panther fan, so I think just by like family, I end up kind of being one, just watching every time I can. And like I know for me, the start of the year to now, I was telling him, man, a lot of people were that I know are Panthers fans like, oh Bryce Young's got it. I'm like, y'all wasn't good last year. You got to stop expecting. You can't expect the quarterback to be good and y'all aren't good. Like that don't make sense. You got to have pieces around it to really like show what the true potential is. And the fact that y'all gave him an elite receiver in Tet, you know what I'm saying? Then you put a defense around him, and you can already see he's playing better. You feel good when you got good things going on around you. And it's like they've, I would say this, a big moment last year was when they benched him. He needed that. And it was, Dave Canales played that perfectly. Because it wasn't a bench of like, you're not our guy. It's a bench of, maybe you're not seeing something in your play yet. So let's let you watch behind a veteran proven quarterback in Andy Dalton and sit by him. See what he's reading. See what he's talking about with the OC. And see if that's something you can imply when you come back. And even the end of last year, he played really good. Start of the year, it was a little shaky. Kind of was going back to some of the things he wasn't successful with. But then I don't know, man. Maybe it was Dave Canales. Maybe it was just the offensive coordinator or the team just believing in him. But he's made plays down the stretch. He looked like Bryce Young of old. When Bryce Young was at Alabama, it wasn't necessarily his arm that was winding you off the screen. It was him improvising, him finding the wide open guy when he used his legs. Like it was stuff like that. That's what made you excited about it. And you're seeing it week by week. He's going more and more confident. And I mean, I'm excited for them, man. Like again, I think they get in the playoffs this year. They're probably gonna get washed in the wild card, but the fact that they even make the playoffs was a feat in itself. So they should be excited. Now I want to kick it to Tampa Bay, and I want to. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I feel like Todd Boyles is running out of time.
Yeah.
In Tampa.
Yeah.
Because this is the second year in a row that I feel like they've kind of like could have went further, could have did more in the playoffs. They were a good team. They could have been in the NFC Championship game. It wasn't like the Eagles were that much better than them last year, in my opinion. So, what you think? What you think, Fish? What do you think about Todd Boyles and those Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I think I'm going to stand by what I had brought up in our brief conversation before the pod. At the beginning of the year, this offense was elite. They were putting up unbelievable numbers.
Right.
Baker looked like he was back at Oklahoma. Emeka Ibuka was putting up insane numbers. Everybody thought he was going to be the offensive rookie of the year. And then somewhere down the line, it all just fell apart. I don't know if it was when a couple injuries happened in the offense and they just couldn't find it, and then the defense started falling after that, or what it was, but it came out of nowhere. And I do agree with you. I think Todd Bowles, if it's not this year, it certainly is next year if he doesn't actually make a deep run in the playoffs with this team that he has.
Nah, for sure. Jack, what you thinking? What's up with them boys in Tampa, bro? Tell me something.
Yeah, I think they had a major collapse. I don't want to. I hate, I always hate to throw all the blame on just the in a situation, which I know we all quick to Baker is right, this guy is that guy, but I feel like this is another case where you got to split blame between quarterback and coach. I feel like Baker's been lacking in his performance, even with the missing pieces. We've seen him play with less. So the coaching end, I think definitely on a thin thread. I feel like the only saving grace he did lose a lot of pieces on.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I don't really give it a different approach. I think we start out with Baker. It is obvious that he isn't playing as well as he was in the beginning of the year, because if we all remember, he was a quote-unquote MVP candidate.
He was.
So
I agree.
Things aren't looking so most valuable now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I think I was high on. I'm always gonna be high on Baker Mayfield, man, because I just I love his story. I think a lot of people can learn from something like that. I think it's all about like finding your team and finding like where you can be successful at. and not getting discouraged if something don't work out or if another place don't work out. Everybody got a spot, man. You just got to be patient and wait your turn. I think he did that. So I'm rooting for him, but I do think that, like, losing to the Carolina Panthers, bro, is just, like, for them and where they should be this year and where they were last year, it's just unacceptable, man. And Todd's got too many weapons over there to be struggling the way he does, I think, in some of these situations. And honestly, bro, like, with this division, they shouldn't even have 8 losses. You feel me? Like, that's just how I see it. It's too bad to have 8 losses. Like, 4 would be understandables. 5 is like, all right, because you still got a non-divisional schedule, but they got 8 losses. So that means some of them is within their division, and it ain't with the Carolina Panthers. So that, to me, is a problem already. So, yeah, I think Todd is, I don't want to say on his way out because he's had them competitive every year he's been in. He's kind of on that, like, Mike Tomlin thing where, like, they always are going to be competitive, I think. But I think as a fan, it's like being comfortable with complacency is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand, like, I mean, if you can't get us to a championship, a conference championship game, then it's like, we gotta find somebody that can, especially with this roster. So, yeah, we're going to see, man. We're going to see what they do in this next couple weeks. They got to play the Panthers one more time, and it's going to be at Tampa. So it's like, it really ain't going to be no excuses left with that one. So, and they got to win this week to even get a chance at next week. So, we're going to see, bro. Then we going to hop into the AFC playoff picture. Just looking at, like, the playoffs and where everything's sitting right now. So, right now, if the playoffs ended today, it would be the Denver at 1, New England at 2, Jacksonville at 3, Pittsburgh at 4, Los Angeles at 5, Buffalo Bills at 6, Houston at 7, and the Colts and Ravens are 8 and 9 respectively. So, yeah.
I really hope the Ravens don't make the playoffs.
Why?
I just don't want to, man. Like, the one thing that Lamar does have is an incredible ceiling. Who knows if it's going to show up on that given Sunday, but if it does, I don't want it to be against us. I know that shit for sure.
One thing Zay Flowers has is the uncanny ability to cough the fucking football up at the worst possible times in human history.
So does Derrick Henry.
They got 2 motherfuckers that I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust them to hold my son the way they be fumbling that football. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was telling Fitz Andrew or one of them, bro. I was like, bro, I saw old boy running behind Zay, and I saw the way he was holding that football. He's gonna punch that out because he just be running, bro. Like, he's in the backyard, bro. These are grown men. They're trying to kill you, fool. Like, what are you doing? You're running the ball like this with it down to his at his hip, and so I'm like, he gonna fumble, bro. And then Derrick Henry, bro. Derrick. Brother, you are 6'5", like 240. Like, I don't understand why you can't hold on to the football. I didn't understand it in Tennessee. I didn't understand it. I just don't understand it. Like, there's games where he's like, there goes a top 5 running back ever. I can see it all the time. And then there's times that I'm like, bro, he should. Where is Keaton Mitchell, bro? Where's Keaton Mitchell? Because I literally can't watch him fumble the ball anymore, bro. Like, costing him games.
He looked like his best self in the majority of that game again.
Yeah, he looked like, okay, this is like how the Ravens could get to a Super Bowl. That's how he looked.
The first drive, he had 70 yards in the first drive and a touchdown, and he scored on like a 24-yarder.
And then Harbaugh, like, all of a sudden I'll never understand how he coaches. They'll start out good every fucking game. They'll be killing. They'll have something that's working, and you won't see it again in the next half. Like, why are you not running the ball with Derrick Henry if that's what had you competing with the first best team in the AFC? That makes no sense.
Thing I want to point out about us that mirrors that is the way we always come out. I've been telling you this for a while too, Cook, that we always come out the first drive. We pretty much always get scored on the first drive. We always come out the beginning playing behind. And I don't know what that's about, but I've been seeing people like that, like these like fake journalists and stuff. They complain about like why are they team scoring the first drive, not scoring the rest of the game. I don't know. I don't know what that's. Maybe it allows the defense to see what they're going to out their bag of tricks. And see if, stop a team up. They're gonna have to hold on to their tricks later in the game. If you let them play free, they'll play free. Be what they got. I don't know what that's a matter of, but we have been coming out every week.
Now, Fish, let me ask you a question, bro. So Jack just said that y'all have a trouble of getting scored on the first drive. Are you worried about in the playoff, when it comes to playoffs, they score first, y'all go out there and y'all don't respond like you've been able to do all year? So now you're in a 14 hole. Are you worried about that situation? Because you really haven't seen it yet, where y'all respond to a 14-0 hole or somewhere where you don't respond necessarily as fast as you're used to.
No, because we've already seen where we've gone out when we've had 3 and outs after they've scored a touchdown, and then on the very next defensive possession, we get a stop, and then we get the ball back, go down, score 7, and it's a ball game again. Like no, I'm not,
Okay.
and I'm really not worried about it when it comes to playoff time because of Mike Vrabel. I think we're really starting to see some defensive creativity come from Mike Vrabel down the stretch here. We've seen a good bit of disguise work, which I thought started to give Tyler Huntley a little bit of trouble, which was really
Definitely.
kind of a big factor in stopping his performance because he looked really good when he first came in, which was surprising to me. So, no, not really. I think our defense is going to stand tall, and our offense pretty much puts it together quickly too. I'm not really worried at all when it comes to playoff time.
Okay. So as Patriots fans, Jack, you can start with this question. Who is your biggest concern as far as like a team that's like I know Fish said he'd hate to see the Ravens because Ravens and Lamar Jackson, like especially with Lamar, he has moments in playoffs where he can be like that guy. That's what he's really capable of. Who's a team for you or a player for you that you're like, I really don't want to see them if we can avoid them?
Um,
And I know you might feel like y'all not really worried about nobody in the AFC. I know you said that's been your
yeah,
sentiment for most of the season. But what's a team if you had to pick one that you'd be like that could be a problem for us potentially in the postseason?
yeah. I generally do not feel like as you were ramping up this question, I sat here and scanned through all the teams in my head. Wanted to say Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
but I, I feel like we've played them twice already and barely beat us last time. So I'm not worried anymore. We showed them what we got for the first time we played. That would be my own personal concern. There's nobody else. I mean, that's why
Jacksonville.
I'm not worried about Jacksonville. Honestly,
I think they're the most complete team though.
I think that I agree. I agree with what you see, but I feel like our defense is extremely disciplined.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sold on the Trevor Lawrence train against our defense is what I'm seeing. I'm
That's
taking our
fair.
defense against all the options that I get up until the Super Bowl. Philly, someone, LA, someone from the NFC. I don't. Not that I don't think. I mean, Denver can compete, but I think we still beat them. I don't think that they're. I think we put more points on the board than they do. I
I'm a
don't see anyone that's really rocking AFC. If you see anybody, you can call it for me.
uh, at AFC goes, like, I would probably have to say Jacksonville's probably the team that stood out to me. They've been probably the most consistent
I
down there.
don't.
Like
I
they're the
don't.
hottest team going into the postseason. That's to me is the always dangerous team in sports. In sports
Yeah,
playoffs is there. Who's the hottest team going into the playoffs? And if I had to say that, it'd probably be Jacksonville, right? I'm gonna be honest, man. Like it's something about Buffalo that like they just are doomed to fold. They just do it every year. I'm
also,
used to
that's
it
what
at this point, so it's like, and they're playing y'all. And if I'd like put a lot of money on if y'all had to play the NFC Championship again, I'd definitely give y'all like the favorite in that, just because there's something about Josh Allen and him getting over the hump that I just don't feel like it's his time this year. I still feel like they're missing something in Buffalo as a team. Um,
He had 5 years. The Patriots gave him 5 years to get it done. He ain't get it done. Now we back, baby. Get out the fucking way.
I would say this.
Get out the
I
way.
do think the team on the other side that would be a damn good game to watch would be y'all and the Bears. I will say that. I think their defense is pretty equally matched. I think their offense is high scoring. That would be a good game to watch in the Super Bowl, I think. I would hate for the Bears to win that. I don't want either one of y'all to win. I'd rather they pick a third, like a non, like, just don't celebrate it. Because I couldn't imagine a Bears fan winning a Super Bowl again. That would just be a monstrosity for sports. And then y'all winning it again. Oh, God. Oh, like, like that's how I see it, because I'm a hater. I'm going to be honest. I'm a hater. I don't want to see that shit. But, I think that's probably y'all best matchup to me right now, going into it. Like, it's like team for team outside of probably the Jacksonville Jaguars and the AFC. How do y'all feel how y'all match up with the Broncos? I don't know if y'all played them this year. Have y'all played them yet? No, right?
No.
How do you feel about the Broncos matchup? Because their defense is pretty, like y'all said, is pretty elite. Offense is a little not really feeling their offense for real. But
I think we win the game. I think we score more points. I think our defense is better than theirs. Their defense is good. Ours is better though. I think they have no J.K. Dobbins. So
J.K. Dobbins is poop. He's world poop. And I stand on that. Respectfully. JK, I don't know if you ever watched this, brother. JK, I don't know if you ever watched this, brother. But the shit you gave us I was gonna say San Diego. That's where they belong, by the way. But the shit you gave us in Los Angeles, wasn't feeling that, my boy. That wasn't it for me. Then you want to go to Denver, and then you was like week 1, you was popping it in week 1 too. By the way, don't think we wasn't listening. Someone's like, oh, it's better over here and all this other shit. Okay, yeah, all right. We'll see you in a week. Keep that up though. That energy.
I think
like
RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey is a better option.
Probably not. Just because I will say J.K. Down is a very good NFL back. Like he's consistent. I will say that. You know what you're getting from J.K. Dow. I think it was hard for a rookie back sometimes to come in and be effective right away because the O-line's got to make sense. You got to find what works for you. Especially you seen in Tine last year. You were kind of wondering is he kind of is it gonna work out? And then this year they kind of figured out what works for him as far as getting him in space. And then getting him a lot of zones and outside zones and stuff like that, allowing him to use his speed. So I think they just got to figure out what's going to work for RJ Harvey in Denver. And then I feel like once they do that, they'll probably end up switching. But I think right now he's good where he's at. Let him learn. Let him be behind a professional, a guy that's been in the league for a while, and we'll see how that works out.
I'm taking the boys over there. Want to see
fair.
somebody.
So y'all got the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's where y'all got. Y'all going all the way this year.
That's what it looks like, I guess. I don't really see anyone. See, I mean, we gotta see somebody. But we're not. You know what I'm saying, I got us.
It all depends on how the bracket falls out. Once the playoff bracket gets set and finalized, and we're all for sure where we're all gonna line. When the Broncos continue to fall and the Patriots take over the number 1 seed, and we got to play home playoffs, where it's gonna be wonderful for us. Once we know that, then we'll be able to decide who we'll even have to worry about.
That boy Fish scared.
I ain't gonna lie. The Pittsburgh
Bro, any given Sunday, bro.
Pittsburgh Steelers, how are they 4th?
They won their division.
They did win their division.
Or they're winning their division.
Such a poo-poo team.
They beat us.
I know. We should not, bro. And it's only because Ramondre Stevenson could not hold on to the damn ball.
You know who did beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, chat? I ain't gonna talk about it. Sorry. So we do, baby.
Who's a wild card?
You know who beat who and who didn't beat them? You know what I'm saying? Look, that's all I'm saying.
You know who's a wild card? I hope to God we play you fucking bums, bro.
Nah, we ain't gonna. If y'all see us, it's gonna be in the championship, baby. It's gonna be to go to San Fran. You feel me?
Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers all over again. You're gonna have flashbacks to when you were a wee little lad, looking at the TV, being sad all them years, bro.
Probably, man. Probably. All right, now we're gonna hop into a very we had a heated one about this one, y'all. A very heated conversation about this. I know me and Jack feel pretty passionately about this, but I know Fish is on the other side. Josh Allen versus Lamar. We saw a picture, right, and it said it was peak for peak, and it had who would you eliminate, and it was Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I want to say it was Aaron Rodgers, and I can't remember the other quarterback.
Mahomes.
It was Mahomes. Now, me personally, right? There's always on my YouTube feed and these little polls, and it's interesting. It always gives me things to talk about with Jack and the guys and stuff. So I've seen that, and I was like, I'm gonna click Josh Allen. That's what I thought for peak, and I think the correct word was prime for prime, but I think it's prime is a peak. That's how I kind of think about it. And I clicked Josh Allen, but it was like 60% was Lamar. So I go to Jack and me and Jack have a conversation, and I'm like, I feel like if we're going prime for prime, Lamar had one of the better seasons ever in sport in the NFL. He has an MVP. He probably should have won last year. So I'm like, how's he not better? So I'm gonna get into y'all. Fish, tell me why you feel like either one is better. And I think it's Josh, but I'll let you tell. I'll let you tell the people who you think is better, prime for prime.
All right. This is how I always start every conversation about Lamar. He is the most physically gifted and talented quarterback the NFL has ever seen. He can throw that thing better than anybody else who has walked this planet. The numbers have said it for 3 years in a row. I, Tyler Fisher, hate Lamar Jackson as a quarterback because there's more to being a quarterback than just being able to throw the ball and run around and have some scrambling yards. You have to be able to control the game. You have to be able to keep it under control. What happened when they were winning at the beginning of the year against Buffalo? He wasn't able to keep the game under control. He let it get out of hand. Buffalo got the ball back, and they end up losing the game. Some things quarterbacks are just better at than other quarterbacks. I think that Aaron Rodgers is better at managing a game in his prime, his best season ever, arguably when he won the Super Bowl and MVP. He can control the game. He puts his team in a winning position. Patrick Mahomes, he puts his team in winning positions. Lamar Jackson puts himself in a winning position and constantly shoots himself in the foot. Josh Allen doesn't usually put himself in a winning position, but always finds a way to win. I would rather have that than putting myself in a position in the third quarter where it looks like we're going to win the game by 21 points and somehow miraculously we're losing in overtime. That makes zero sense to me as a quarterback. I just wouldn't want that.
Well, Jack, where you standing? Where you standing with this, bro? You riding with Lamar? Or you riding with Josh?
I mean, the peak for peak conversation is like, I feel like the peak for peak thing makes it a lot harder to answer because I feel like their peaks were, what was that, last year? Josh Allen won MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I agree with this that Lamar's year last year he could have won the MVP last year as well. I feel like that was the two of their best years. I mean, it's hard to answer it's hard to answer peak for peak, but the overall, like if I'm having to take one of these guys their peaks, it does burn me to say I would take Josh Allen. I do have to take Josh Allen just because of I feel like you have to include what's going on this year. You have to include Lamar's availability and his performance, whether he's injured or not. It hasn't really looked pretty. It's got to be factored in if you're going to take them peak for peak, because right now is their peak. They don't really have this is their shot right here. Just as Fish said, we gave Josh Allen 5 years. We gave Lamar Jackson 5 years to do something with it. Now we got younger quarterbacks, i.e. Drake May, and taking over. Justin Herbert's about to take his step up, as long as the Chargers figure it out. Like, the time frame isn't really that open for quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes vengeance law. So everybody's kind of on, especially with Drake May on the. Let's just be honest. I think I think the command and the offense matters. Nobody's not winning the games. They're both a toss up. Comes pick 'em odds. Look at both of them, but I haven't seen, like I told you, this bad of a year from Josh Allen. I haven't seen a strong command from Lamar on the field. He definitely has a tendency to lose games, and I back when a team loses, because they do start handing the ball off and playing a weird type of style offense. They totally stray away from what they were. Quarterback's fault, that's the coaching's fault. Because I know you brought up Harbaugh earlier. So it really becomes pick 'em odds. I feel like Josh Allen plays in pros and has always done that. So you kind of.
Can I ask you a question, Cook? Lamar Jackson, when he got to Baltimore, right after we saw what he was able to do, they get Derrick Henry. They're like, oh my God, the offense is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unstoppable. There's no way, right? Then they have an unbelievable year, but the defense was kind of iffy. They had some injuries. They let up some big points, some big games, whatever. They don't have the year that they wanted. All right, we're going into the year 2 of Lamar and Derrick Henry combo. This is it, man. This is where it's going to get crazy. They got a defense now, this, that, and the third. They've had this defense that has been outstanding, lights out. They've had the players like Kyle Hamilton, Patrick Queen. They've had these studs out there. I mean, studs out there on the defensive side.
Smith, dog.
Roquan Smith, making the game easier for Lamar, getting them the ball back, getting them stops. Yet somehow they keep falling short. But we always keep hearing people talk about Lamar Jackson's this, Lamar Jackson's that, Lamar Jackson's this, Lamar Jackson's that. But when you got Patrick Mahomes a defense, what did he do? He won a championship. They couldn't stop Tom Brady and the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. We fucking beat them in a 44-point shootout. Like, 44-point fourth quarter and overtime game. Like, that's unbelievable. Then he gets a defense, and the next year he's in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen Lamar have a defense. We haven't seen the Super Bowl appearance.
Okay. All right. So, my thing with this, right, is... So I actually want to, like, I'm glad you actually used that analogy, right? So you said when Mahomes got a defense, he went to the Super Bowl. Okay. I feel like the problem with Lamar Jackson in his like tenure with the Ravens, it hasn't really been because of the defense. I think it's because of the offense and the offensive weapons that he has lacked a lot in his time at the Ravens. They just got Derrick Henry. That helps. That's nice, and it has helped. It has took his game to the next level. But what is the problem that everybody's been saying with Lamar Jackson? And it's like, man, Lamar, man, like he ain't got really nobody to throw to. And he doesn't. He's not. I would say this is the first year where like Josh Allen has done like more with less. I would agree to that standpoint that like right now I would say they're pretty much even at a receiving core. So that's to me is what gives Josh Allen. Who?
Didn't they have Hollywood Brown?
Yeah, what about it?
Haven't they had Mark Andrews for years?
Yeah, he's produced. Why?
Right, but he's had weapons, bro. Who has Josh Allen been throwing some football to?
Stephon Diggs.
Gabe Davis, his best year in his
Davis peak was really good.
Since Gabe Davis in his peak wasn't really good. He was a decent receiver. But Stephon Diggs, outside of Stephon Diggs, then who? He hasn't been throwing the ball to a bunch of nobody.
I like Shakir. Shakir's solid. Shakir better than any other Ravens receiver right now.
I was about to say he's as good as any.
Not better than Zay Flowers.
He's better than Zay Flowers. I don't give a
fuck. Shakir is better than Zay Flowers.
Again, we're looking at like the name. We're not looking at the how they playing. Like I can't trust Zay Flowers. You can't trust him. Every time you give him, he has a moment where he's like, this might be where Zay Flowers takes that next step, fumble.
So
Yeah,
then, how do you take Josh Allen, or how do you take Lamar over Josh Allen? I would trust Josh Allen more than
Because when it's
Lamar.
come down to it, you can't blame Lamar for these losses in the playoffs. He played as best as he possibly could in all those situations. It was other people failing him time and time again. The year before it was Zay when he fumbled in the end zone when they were about to go up 2 scores. Last year it was Mark Andrews not catching a routine touchdown he's caught his whole career. It's always been somebody else not stepping up to the plate in Baltimore. It's not Lamar. Lamar played really good last year in the playoffs. He did everything he was supposed to do. He kept the ball on his team. He didn't make dumb decisions, which people say Lamar Jackson tends to do. I don't even think he fumbled, and that's one of his biggest problems. So he did everything he's supposed to do, and time again, the last couple of years, it's been somebody else not rising to the occasion. As a quarterback, all I can do is throw you the ball. What you do with it after is not my problem.
No,
So I feel like, Lamar has done everything he can do to put this team in positions to be great, and other people are letting him down. Now this is the one year where I'll say, Lamar, you got to stay healthy. I don't know what you got to figure out after this season and the off season, but this year, look, Josh Allen does have it. Josh Allen's been available. Josh Allen's played well. He's been consistent. He's been the best player on his team. Has led them to a really, really good, not a really, really good season, but a good season. So,
and I also think that if you're not healthy at Lamar, don't play football. We don't want to see you get hurt any further.
Yeah.
Or go out there and perform playing hurt, because we all know as like to play with injuries, you're not playing with your full 100% confidence, and all the critics are gonna say is because I'm putting in account this year that this is it's not a pretty year, whether you're injured or not. So you better.
But they still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The start of the game versus y'all, he was, you know what I'm saying. I knew y'all was like, here we go.
Yeah, but only on the first drive.
After that drive, he pretty much didn't he get hurt in the second quarter?
Yeah, but he didn't really impress after the first drive.
It was like, you probably felt that way now, but it was like, okay, you didn't really get to see how he would have played the rest of the game. He started out looking like, okay, this is what the Ravens are supposed to look like. I'm not saying they would beat y'all ass or nothing like that, but I'm just saying this is what the Ravens you expect from the Ravens when Lamar Jackson is looking good. He looked healthy. And then all of a sudden, he gets hit in the back. And then, there you go. Now we're not going to see him again. And then now they look like the Ravens without Lamar, which is a pretty subpar-ass team. That's if they do go to the playoffs with Tyler Hunter, they're going to get washed by somebody in the first round. And then that's going to be the end of that season. And it's going to be another Lamar Jackson what-if year. So but you got to admit, at the same time, there's a lot of what-if Josh Allen seasons. They've had a lot of times where they got in the playoffs, they had a lot of expectation, and he fell short. Not saying that's just because of him, but at the same time, it's like if we're going to put that same expectation on Lamar, let's do it on Josh Allen. They've had a lot of seasons. And if we had to compare seasons, Lamar's had better seasons. So
well, now hang on. Now I have a question because my own logic just proposed a question in my own brain. Mm-hmm. Does that mean I have to take Joe Burrow over them both? With my logic, because Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl and arguably was about to win that bastard if Aaron Donald wasn't living if Joe Burrow wasn't living in Aaron Donald's story, Joe Burrow was winning the Super Bowl.
I feel bad for Joe because the one year we saw Joe peak, he was in the Super Bowl, and then since then he's been playing in a landfill. I don't even know where Joe Burrow is right now. Because since the Super Bowl, they've been losing seasons, or he's been in the IR. So it's like honestly, Joe Burrow might go down as a Brandon Roy type story for comparison. Low key, he's on that trajectory because it's like Brandon Roy when he was healthy. Damn, he might have been the best player in the NBA. But we never got to see that because he was always hurt. And it's that's where Joe Burrow is. Joe Burrow, to me, when he's healthy, I would say he's the best quarterback in the NFL at points. But we never get to see that. We never get to see that because he's always hurt. Or when he is playing, their team just cannot put enough around him defensively to help him out. So it's just we never might see that full impact of Joe Burrow, honestly. So I can't say he's better than either one of them just because he hasn't been available. And two, they haven't had good seasons. He had that last year. He was MVP season on a bad team. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Well, I'm talking about like prime for prime, like that question of like the polls.
I
Like if
still
we're
think,
throwing Joe Burrow on
nah.
there,
I still think
like do
Lamar's
we
peak is
have?
better than both of them. I'm sorry. That season he had his MVP season was bonkers, bonkers. And remember,
I mean, that is true.
this is a guy that said he couldn't throw the football. Let's keep that in mind. A lot of people checked him before he even got in and said he'll never be able to throw the football. He'll never be an NFL quarterback. Man threw for 50 something touchdowns
Well,
and rushed for like fucking 14 of them. Like, I mean, that's like, bro, that would never, that will always be like top tier, like, energy for me.
uh,
Like,
to be fair though, he couldn't throw the football for a few years.
yeah,
So
but he was
he was
doing it at
proving
Louis.
them right for a
He
minute.
was doing it at Louisville though.
Nah, bro, he wasn't really spinning that rock. It was more his flashy legs and breaking these long, bro. It's college, bro. College, you can do that. Like that doesn't really happen in the league that much.
All
Even
right,
though Lamar was able to do it, but
A lot of guys
so
don't. A lot of guys don't get better in the league that much either.
at
Talk about
all.
the
That's the thing. Is like people didn't think he would be able to translate it or to grow in the position as an NFL quarterback, and he did it and did it at like to a point where like it's the best that's ever been done in a season. So like,
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
it's just like if I had to take a peek, man, I gotta go Lamar, and I respect y'all Josh Allen take, but I just that season he put up last year was just 2 years ago was absurd. So, um,
sounds
yeah, man, yeah, Jack, we'll probably you know what I'm saying what's what I always say. We'll beg to differ, you know, and that's fine. That's what we love about the
Wasn't
pod
throwing to
is.
nobody, by the way, but somehow they were caught 50 fucking touchdowns. Didn't throw the ball to nobody, but there was 50 receiving fucking touchdowns in this season. Okay.
Hey, I could make shit look like art if I put it on the easel. You know what I'm saying? So like if I
Yeah, but
if
it's still gonna stink. It's still gonna stink when it dries. It's still gonna
That's what
stink,
I'm
dog.
saying,
That's
bro.
why they lose in the playoffs. That's why they lose in the
You're right.
playoffs.
You're right. Because I can't make shit look like gold every fucking game. Somebody gotta help me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we had
Thank the voodoo ass.
D Hop dropping passes. Like what the fuck do we bring here you for? You dropping passes. You ain't never did that nowhere else, but you doing it here.
He's 60. He's 60.
Them hands not 60. Damn it, you been doing that shit
Yes,
for
they
how long?
are.
Keenan Allen still
He's
catch
60.
passes. He's
He need to go
60.
sit his old ass down.
Like
He on his Larry
like
Fitzgerald arc right now.
did y'all even remember that Rashad Bateman was a human being? Did y'all remember that? Or y'all forgot?
Yeah,
Let me
Rashad
remind
Bateman
y'all.
was a stud
Yeah, where was a stud? Where in college?
in the wall.
Right.
Bro, in the wall. He was used
Fucking
to
horrible. He's horrible. He's horrible. I mean like they got receivers that like can't go win no one on ones. No one on ones. Not one guy on there can win a 1-on-1 in the receiving court. Like it's just like I don't know what people expect Lamar to just do every year with this subpar ass receivers.
Another Zay Flowers screen.
You feel me? Or a crosser. You know what I'm saying? Or a drag. Like that's his best route is a drag. You feel me? Like come on, bro. And again, like this goes to show you that like good quarterbacks make subpar receivers great. Y'all know all about that. Y'all had guys that probably wouldn't have been good nowhere else, but he made it work. Lamar does the same thing every year. He makes guys that would not be on a roster, puts them in the playoffs.
Brandon LaFell.
And all I'm asking for you, all I'm asking from you, Mark Andrews, is don't drop the ball at the 1 yard line wide open. That's not a hard ask. Catch the fucking
I
ball.
like it, bro. That motherfucker needs to catch the ball too.
You feel me? Or get your fucking feet in bounds, likely. Big ass toes. Feel me? Like, what the fuck we got going on? Motherfuckers don't make plays. Zay, you just had a 40-yard run. Hold on to the fucking ball. For once.
Ew.
You don't got to score right there, bro. Run the fucking one, doorknob. We're probably going to run it in. The fuck you trying to reach over the goal line for? Your little ass. The fuck are you doing? Like, it's just motherfuckers you doing bonehead shit all the time. Or Derrick Henry last year. Coughing up the fucking ball in Buffalo. Stop fucking fumbling with your big ass. Like, the fuck are you doing? Like, this is always somebody in Baltimore fucking up that ain't Lamar. You know what I'm saying? At least Lamar will fumble on a regular season game versus the fucking Tennessee Titans. But he ain't gonna fumble in the fucking playoffs when it matters. We got motherfuckers fucking up in the biggest games of motherfuckers' career. That's the problem for me with the Ravens. They just are not clutch. And it hurts them too many times, bro. But,
That's fair.
NCAA, man. this college football format, bro. We got to get into this because I actually decided to talk about this as well. Because y'all, this some bullshit. They got to stop giving us this every year, bro. Pull this up, man. I'm sick and tired of it. I ain't gonna lie. JMU, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Kool-Aid.
Come on, bro. Like let's just look at these slate of games, bro. We had James Madison that went to Eugene, Oregon, and what y'all think happened? Do I gotta like tell y'all, or did y'all watch it too? Belt the ass. Don't let that 34 pull you. They pulled the starters. That shit don't matter. Then we'll go to Tulane. They went to Hemingway Stadium. Belt the ass. 41-10. You know why? Because Tulane don't play nobody all year. Then you go send them to an SEC buzzsaw. And let me tell you what happens when you put two good teams together for a matchup. You had Texas A&M and Miami. Great fucking game. It was traditional as hell. It was 10-3. That's what I want to watch. I want to watch a game where, damn it, I don't know who's going to win to the very end. I love games like that in football. Like,
I did watch
Oklahoma, Alabama. Perfect game. It was perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better fucking game than Oklahoma and Alabama. Two dogs going at it, evenly matched. It just came down to who got stops. Alabama was down, Fish was 17-0 at one point, I think, or 14-0. Like, I mean, they came back and won. That's what people want to see in the playoff. I don't want to watch James Madison. I don't want to watch Tulane. I damn near would have if you put USC, I might be a little biased, I'm a Trojans fan, but if you put USC and Oregon, I don't think that would be 34-51. It might be.
Quick side note, it was blasphemy, which was going on at this house party. I was celebrating a friend's birthday on Friday night. They put on the prelims of the Jake Paul fight instead of the Oklahoma-Bama game, and I went ballistic, dude.
Yeah, that's actually disrespectful as hell. But yeah.
Disrespectful. I understand we're here for a buddy's birthday and he wants to watch Jake Paul, but he don't fight till 10:30. What are we doing?
Yeah, that boy got his jaw broken in 2 places, but I'm gonna leave that there. Don't you ever step foot in the ring with no real fighter, brother. You put too much dip in your chip, and that's what happens. Let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay in your realm. Fucker almost got killed in that motherfucker. That ass almost got killed. I'm trying to see. So my thing right is, Notre Dame would have been a better game for Oregon, 100%. That probably would have. I mean, you could almost say Notre Dame probably would have won that one, if I'm honest. Because I don't think Oregon played that many. The teams that did play that were good. They kind of struggled this year. And then Notre Dame, their defense is elite, so they would have been would have gave Oregon a definitely a bigger problem than what the fuck ever James Madison brought out there.
James Madison could have paid players to join that game, and they still wouldn't had enough.
You feel me? Then you got
which they actually already are doing.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Texas Tech's gonna belt the ass of Oregon. I'm gonna be so real with you. They're gonna beat the shit out of Oregon. I cannot wait to see that. That's gonna be hilarious.
Bro, Texas Tech locked BYU's offense up twice.
Sneaky.
And BYU's got a better offense.
Alabama might belt the ass of Indiana. I don't think people see that coming, but I kind of do. It's Bama. I just will never. I can't go against Bama. It's just fucking
I think it's
gonna
be a shootout.
Like then I go back to the rankings, right? Because I was looking at the rankings, y'all, and I'm looking at teams that missed it. I think Texas would have been a better game for Oregon for sure. Vanderbilt would have been a better game for Oregon. I just think there are so many other teams. Utah, BYU. I just think there's so many other teams that would have given the fans, because that's what it's about, is the fans, a better game than watching a snooze fest of JMU going there, Eugene, and look completely lost and out of place.
It was 34.5.
You know, it was just, there was just too many teams. Tulane, like, why is Tulane over there over Vanderbilt, Texas? Like, I just don't understand the committee on these decisions. And I get it. You want to put Power 5 team, Power 4 teams, and you want to give an opportunity, but money talks, bro.
They have to deserve an opportunity,
right,
bro.
Like, so, Fish, what do you think solution is? What do you think the solution is for this, Fish? I want to pass it to you.
It's the top 12 ranked teams, bro. We know who the best 12 in the country are. We already have a ranking system for it. Why are we doing this bullshit? It makes zero sense to me. It's dumb. We literally have a college football ranking system. It's called the top 25. Why are we going outside of that? Why are we not using the top 12 from which the top 12 we already have and we use that for the playoffs? There should be no questions. No, oh, this team was this and this team was that and they should be in there. No, none of that. The only thing that we should ever have to question is if we run into a situation where one team played another team and they split. They went 1-1 and they have the same record at the end of the season and they are the fucking 12th ranked team and the 13th ranked team. They have to have some way to be able to decide that. It's got to be points for head to head. Like they have to have some tiebreaker in that sense. Outside of that, it's the top 12 and the top 12 only. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. Because I'm from Virginia. I have a bunch of friends that went to JMU. I've been back in Virginia for a couple weeks now, and everybody that I've seen or talked to has been just they wish that it never happened. They wish that they would have just been happy with the 12-0 season or whatever they had instead of dealing with this fucking ass beating that they had delivered on national television, broadcasted for their mommies and daddies all around the world. Like,
Yeah, it was that was embarrassing, and that's completely the committee's fault. That ain't nobody's fault but the playoff committee for putting that monstrosity on the field. Like I remember, I think I watched maybe a drive, and the way that Oregon was just bullying them down the field, it was just I felt bad. I really did. I'm not gonna lie. Like that wasn't. Come on, bro. They're playing with millions of dollars, and these kids are eating at the calf, bro. They're eating at the calf. They're not, bro. They're not the same, bro.
no.
They're not the same, bro. They got NFL scouts at every practice, bro. Their moms are watching them behind the gate in the bleachers, bro. It's not the same. And to put them in that same arena like that was completely disrespectful by the committee. Like, come on, bro. And it's disrespectful to other teams that are putting millions of dollars into their programs, like Notre Dame, Texas, and Vanderbilt, BYU, and for them to like not get a chance over at fucking JMU and Tulane, like,
Much better schools were out there. Jay,
like, Jack, what do you think they got to do differently, bro? This next playoff.
I don't know. I agree with the I think like the seeding. It's got to go off seed, and if we got a top 25, I don't know how you guys, maybe you don't, but I feel like you wouldn't agree with the expanding it out. I know it's 25 teams, makes it kind of uneven, but making a bigger tree, you know how the NBA goes 8 seed plays the 1, 7 seed plays the 2, 6 seed plays the 3. Like if they go off like a base like that, or teams that scored a certain amount of points, I personally can't come up with it, but you can't just throw teams in there off a clout basis.
Fishy shaking,
Making it
fishy
bigger,
shaking your head. Yeah, tell me.
making it bigger is just gonna run into a fucking Oregon JMU situation, anyways. Like we're just gonna accept some dog meat, middle of the pack, top 25 team that's gonna get dog walked by some fucking 9 seed. Like we don't need that. We really just don't need that. That's not good for anybody. It's not good for ball. It's not good for anything.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If they can't figure this out, bro, like. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't necessarily have a problem with 4. I'm gonna be real. Like I felt like that like just the 2 games to start the year and then 1 game to finish it. I thought that was fire because it was like every year it was like who's gonna be in that 4, you know. But then everybody's complaining about SEC is gonna have like 5 teams that are potentially gonna be in it, and it's just like okay, schedule them, beat them. Why not?
Facts.
You feel me? Like I mean, if you don't want that to be a case, tell them to come to your crib or go to theirs. Go to the Heads. Go to fucking Tuscaloosa and beat them. They won't be in there. They won't be at the end of the year. You gonna have a tiebreaker over them. If you're playing good in your own conference, you'll be alright. But like people don't want to do that. They don't want to take a loss early in the year. So it's like you can't have it both ways. You either gotta want to play the top teams early, like we showed this year, and a lot of people weren't feeling that. Signelli's a Dodger. We all know that. He be dodging. So people wanted to play Indiana, and he was like, we're not going to play those people. Why? Because you don't want to get embarrassed? You don't want to go to SEC and get your belt to ass real quick?
Not yet. It's his second year there.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I've always been saying with the college, why not play the better teams in the beginning of the year so we can figure out who's legit and then go off the ranking
Because
system.
that's not how ball is, bro. You get better throughout the year. You don't get good at the beginning of the year.
obviously not in the beginning of the year, but you want to play these guys you want to play so you want to give these solid teams someone more competitive during the year. Like teams shouldn't be seeing mid-grade teams throughout the entirety of the year. You got to see the teams that you're potentially going to see in the playoffs at least once. At least one of those teams, twice, maybe. I don't know.
Because I will say this, you wonder like, okay, like, cause it's a good LSU Clemson situation. Both were ass, but to start the year they were what 3-4. And everybody's like, oh, this is what college football's about. The best teams playing the best teams. They're trying to be the worst ones. So it's like it's hard to say, like I don't like Sigonelli because I feel like he doesn't play the better teams to start the year, right? He doesn't. But also I can see why, because he has to play a Big Ten schedule. When then if I lose to fucking Ole Miss in the beginning of the year and I potentially lose to Penn State and fucking Ohio State, now I got 3 losses and I'm done because I wanted to go out there and play.
Oregon too.
You know what I'm saying, right? So it's like I get why he's like, I don't got to do that. My conference is already hard enough. I get that, but
that's the answer. We have to get rid of conferences, bro. We have to just be in 2, just like the NFL, bro. We have to have an AFC and an NFC. That's how you eliminate all this bullshit.
But then you gotta pick and choose who's like, because there's like 128 Division I schools. Like you gotta pick and choose who's like, how are you gonna split it down the middle? You know what I'm saying? And what schools are? I don't want to see fucking JMU in one of them conferences. I don't want to see that. I'm good. I'm straight. I don't want to see fucking Tulane. I don't want to see Houston. I don't want to see fucking Iowa. I don't want to see none of them motherfuckers.
We're gonna have to have like
treat it like soccer. Treat it like soccer. You can treat it like soccer. You know that one big ass. At one point they were trying to make. They're probably still trying to do this. Make that one big ass like league where it's like all the best soccer clubs in the world, and then
it's called Europa League.
Okay, well yeah. One they need to have one of those, and then everybody else is just fucking off, like just doing their own thing. But like I don't want to see North Texas. Don't care about that. I want to see it in their ass.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad you said North Texas specifically.
Why?
Because this man Jack was talking about some. No man, the quarterback from North Texas did that in the third. I'm in a bar in Boston watching them get their axes waxed, and all I'm doing is, your boy look real good right now in his bowl game. He look real good, bro, real good.
Him and his coach are leaving though. His OC and them are leaving. So I mean,
trash.
Yeah,
nice.
But so with that being said, man, we'll stay on the college course. And we'll talk about 25-year-olds going back to college. We're talking about this because I don't know if y'all know who Kyrie Walker is. Kyrie Walker was a phenom out of high school. Number 1 player consensus in his class. I want to say he was in the class of... He was in Jonathan Kuminga's class. I don't know what class that was. Class of 2020. So he was in the same class as Anthony Edwards and Jonathan Kuminga. He skipped that and he went to, I want to say he went to the G League. He went to Hillcrest Prep, and then he committed to Arizona State, but he decided to go to the G League and he ended up playing for the Capital City Go-Go. He's been to Greece, Canada, and now he's in Mongolia. Now, Kyrie Walker says he wants to play college basketball at 25 years old. And he has drawn interest from Fresno State, Texas Tech, Louisville, Rutgers, Tennessee, Michigan State, Kansas, Maryland, FSU, Cal, UTEP, Missouri, and Washington. Now, what I will say is smart on his part is he did it at the perfect time. But he probably didn't even know he was doing this, right? But college basketball is in such a weird freaking place now, where freshmen are no longer valued as much as he's valued, because he's a pro, and there's really no age limit to college basketball anymore, obviously. So if a 25-year-old wants to go waste 4 years of his life from my college basketball program, and I can go win a national championship off of that, why would I say no? If there's no restriction, they're not going to tell me no, and I have an NIL bag that he wants to go make $20 million. I can shell him that real quick, and I'll just get a pretty much a pro at this point on my team. I don't like it from a fan standpoint because I grew up watching college basketball where you were your best players were 3-year guys, seniors, and that's what I loved about college basketball. Like I remember watching Ryan Kelly on Duke for like 2-3 years and watching him grow to be like our best player his senior year. Or John Shire, I watched John Shire growing up for 3 years, or Kyle Singler. Like I watched guys develop in a program, but now it's like especially as a Duke fan, I'm just wondering who going to the NBA next, who's the next guys coming in, and how, and I'm gonna enjoy them for this one season, and then they gone. So, like, I'm gonna kick it to you. How do you feel about like just him individually going to like back to college or going to college for the first time? He never actually went, and just the state of college basketball in general is like it's pretty much a free for all at this point.
I think I know. I used to watch Kyrie Walker a little bit, like his little mixtapes growing up, because he was a Jersey cat, you know. I remember him first go out to Greece. I think I think this example has more. We're just giving this example more attention just because it's players that like that we remember like growing up seeing like his high school little riff. But it's a lot of this. Like we remember we was talking about the Neo kid from Virginia Tech on the last episode, 2 episodes ago. We're talking about the Neo kid, and he's been playing pro on Real Madrid in Spain since he was 17. I think it's a trend that's starting to happen. You know the Chad Baker Mazzara, the kid he's on what, his 6th school now, and he's what, 28 now. He's on a press conference with his kid. Kid is like on his lap. I think I don't see anything wrong. I'm not necessarily mad at the players per se, because I think every young man should take this opportunity if it's in their hands. You know, go ahead and get that money. Go ahead and do family. I'm 100% all the way on board with it. I think I agree with you as like a fan standpoint growing up, like that the culture of the game. We're losing the culture of the game, the respect for the game. Like I remember college basketball being, like you said, your Kyle Singlers. I got my Doug McDermott's, Trey Burks, you know, growing up, watching these guys like homegrown, young players that grew up in the system. Like, I remember growing up, like, after high school, you like deciding, like have kids, like this, like how we always bring up the Euro thing, playing Euro back then when you were able to skip college and go straight to the NBA, you know, like, you're nice enough to go straight to the NBA. The college was more systematic. Can you fit? You know, a lot of players we watched growing up couldn't really play in a college system, but they could play at the NBA pace. They could play at the Euro pace for sure. We all know guys like, but I think it's losing this sense of pride. Honestly, I'm not a fan of it, but I think we're getting fast to pay these young guys $1 million, $3 million, $20 million, a flash of. You played at high school, or they played at B League, Euro. I'm personally not a fan. I think we're losing. I think we're losing our touch. I think we're losing our touch with the whole levels to this. Like there's a whole levels to this game thing that. Say.
Fish, you're shaking your head. I can already tell you don't agree to me. Why?
No. And this, first of all, if there's somebody who's trying to come back and play basketball at 28 years old, bro, you're going up against a kid that's 18, 19, 20, 21. That's when you're in college, bro. 22 if you redshirt, maybe 23 if you're old and you were held back a year when you were a little kid. Like, you have bro, you are a grown man, 28, 20. Like, well, you do not need to be going back to college to play basketball. You should be going back to college for an education.
He's 25. You're saying 20. I was to make sure you know that he's 25 years old. So he's somebody who would have graduated college this year or last year. You go in college with like, oh no, 22. You're right. You graduated like what, 22 if because you're going at like 18, 17.
Yeah.
So yeah.
23 redshirt.
Yeah. So, but he's 25. Does that change your mind a little bit if he's 25?
No, he's taking money away from an 18-year-old kid that's coming out of high school, bro. This is when he's supposed to be getting money. You go to Europe. Go somewhere else, play basketball. Stop trying to come back to college. You had your time in college. It went how it went. Move on.
He's never been to college. He committed to Arizona State, and then he went to pros.
He chose to do something else. Move on. You already bypassed that opportunity. That's the exact same thing as saying, like, oh, if I got drafted in high school to play baseball, and instead of going to college, I went and played baseball in single A. And then after playing in single A in double A for fucking, I don't know, say 6 years, I was like, I'm a grown man. I want to go back and play college baseball again. Like, that makes no sense, bro. You already been somewhere else. You made your decision. Live with it. You made a choice, bro. And that's a problem with kids nowadays. That's why I don't like the two NIL seasons in college football either, where you can transfer the two portals. I hate that stuff. You make a decision, bro. You need to be able to honor that decision for up to a year, at least two, in my opinion. But that's never gonna happen.
So
So.
what is y'all take on the fact that he has like over 10 schools? Some of them are like a couple of them are he has one blue blood and a couple of like decent like college programs that are interested. What do you think that? I think that says a lot to me, honest though, and I think it has a lot to do with like just where.
It's on the committee to get it under control. Schools are gonna fucking take him because they know he's good. Like
And I think it just says
you,
too that like I I was watching a lot of what you call it I watched 520 podcast with Jeff Teague, and they're saying that like the way college basketball is now, like you don't high school kids are such a disadvantage now when it comes to recruiting. They can get a 25-year-old pro to come play college basketball. I don't want an
that's what's
18-year-old
wrong
kid.
with it.
I don't want a kid. Like I'm good. I'm gonna go get him. He been a pro. I don't gotta like worry about him going out at night and doing all this BS. He gonna come here. He gonna prepare the right way. He's gonna show up at practice. He's not. I can probably throw any system at it. He's gonna learn it quick. Like it's just no. And again, I agree with you. It ruins the college atmosphere and it's ruining it for these kids because there's no like now kids might as well do what he did. High school, I'm also go play overseas for 7 years and then go back and play
Yeah,
college, which again it's just like it's gonna tank the college basketball game as a whole, and then it's just like it's just it's running wild, man. It's the NIL thing, and I've told somebody else too, bro. Y'all could agree with me or disagree with me on this. I think the college is like it's pretty much getting back at all those people that said, "Oh, we want to get paid, we want to get paid." They're like, "Okay, you can get paid now." Do it however you want. We're not gonna say a damn thing to you. And it's a completely shit show on every sport damn near. And they're not trying to control it or nothing. This is pretty much like this is what you wanted. Figure it the fuck out. Because when we were controlling it, y'all enjoyed it, right? Y'all might not have got paid, but you got an education. But now that you get paid, fuck the education. Most kids not staying that long anyway. They bounce from school to school every year. So yeah, bro, it's chopped. College sports is chopped, and I hate that.
facts.
It's chopped unless they treat it like a contract where it's like if you sign here, you're 2 years here max, like 2 year here no matter what. I don't give a fuck if you don't play. I'm paying you for 2 years. So
Exactly.
unless I trade you for another college player, which at this point they should start doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. It's
It should be
elite.
able to work like
It's
that.
pros. Like if you don't want to go, you want to go to Duke, and you don't want to be at Louisville no more. Okay, well who you got on Duke you don't want, and we'll do a little swap, little scholarship swap, and then we'll do that. But like, yeah, bro, yeah, it's just. And I agree with Jack too. I think a lot of kids need to start realizing that college is not always for you. Stop going to college. Stop going to Kentucky and wasting your fucking time. Like AJ Diabonsa don't need to be in college. He's better than every single person he plays. It's easy. He's not getting better. Like I just think he's plateauing there because like what are you getting out of busing Vermont's ass on like a Tuesday night, giving them 30 ball Jamals every
Nothing.
other night versus some weak ass competition when you could be in NBA practices getting guarded by real pros and learning and getting a deeper bag and learning the NBA game quicker at like 19. Like it's a
Yeah, I
waste
think
of time.
he should be in the NBA already. I think he should, and
Yes.
I genuinely be on an NBA roster right now again.
Like Darren Peterson from Kansas. He's hurt this year. Why would he play again? Why? There's no point. He comes back. He's already gotten hurt twice this year. He comes back, gets hurt for real, and his draft stock plummets. And now he could have been in high school. He could have been NBA out of high school and just figured it out from there. It's like there's no like incentive of going to college for some of these kids, and they gotta stop pumping that shit, bro. Let people leave out of college, and I guarantee once they open up like out of high school for the NBA, it would make the college game better. I guarantee it.
Or pro league,
True.
go straight Europe.
or
Ain't gonna lie, just go
Euros
get
or something like that. But like they got it like because the college game there's no need for everybody to keep going to college, bro. That shit is not. But that's where you know what I'm saying. Unless y'all got anything else, we can go to the NBA. So I'm gonna start with the Thunder getting built to ass by the Spurs for the second time this year. That shit is hilarious.
Uh-oh.
They were trying to talk about how the Thunder might be the best team ever and all this other, and that shit sound good. But I think what we're starting to realize, bro, about the Thunder is they got holes. They have armor that is penetrable, and I think for me, I'm gonna start naming names. I think that outside of him being a
fucking naming names.
I think Dort, yeah, he's one of my guys. He got to stop shooting the ball, bro. You gotta stop shooting the ball, bro. You're not. Look, that's what I mean when that's a side topic, but like I just think that the threes, bro. The threes that people have fell in love with in the game of basketball is absurd. Like, some people are just shooting threes that I just think that is not your game. You are not successful in it. I know you make a few a night. That's great. But you're going to, like, you're taking possessions out of people's hands that actually know what to do with the ball in their hand. Like, I just think Dort's somebody that I don't like. And I think at some point he's going to get moved along. I think once Topic come back, Dort got to sit down, bro. Like, because we don't need a Caruso and a Dort. We can do one or the other, but having them both on the floor at the same time, just don't. That's a terrible lineup. Just having them two, they can't score. So it's like now you're on the floor with J Dub, who's not really a creator. You know, Chet is somebody that needs somebody to create for him, and let's say you have Hartenstein on the floor, he does the same floater 10 times a game and only makes like 4 of them. So like it's just like. The lineup sometimes look a little weak and looks like if Shea's not having a 30 ball Jamal type of night or more, like they're starting to look a little predictable, and I think that's what the Spurs picked up on quick. And the thing about the Spurs is they got 4 guys on the floor at all times that can defend anybody, and I think you feel me, like they got a Rook, oh yeah, killer, like it's just like. I don't know, man. I watch the Thunder more and more, and I'm like, they don't look. At first, I was like, damn, they might repeat, but now I'm like, I don't know about that no more. The more I watch them, I think if Shea has a bad night, they're in a real like pickle as far as like offense goes. So, Jack, what do you think about the Thunder and their finals chances?
I think it's early. I watched the game. I watched both games through.
Mm-hmm.
I seen flashes of Jay Will trying to take over the scoring load when they're throwing a lot at Shea. And, you know, Shea's got to take some.
For sure.
I think Jay Will shows some good flashes of being able to score and get to it, but I don't feel like it's enough when you're going up against a team like the Spurs. Like you said, they got 4 guys that not only can guard, but they can run the floor. They can run the hell out of the floor, and they can get it on the other end. And if they're not, they're going to get fouled. I watched them go to the line. Keldon gets his fair share of buckets. Stefan, you know he runs pace. He don't even need Wemby on the to do their thing a lot of times. Just having Wemby there just makes all the difference that's necessary. He takes away all the space. And that's my problem with him. My difference I personally don't feel like it's a comparison anymore, him and Chet. I think Wemby is separated himself by miles.
Yeah.
And you always the fact that he takes up so much space on the floor. I don't feel like Chet takes up as much space. I don't feel like anyone's afraid to attack the rim when they see Chet in the paint. You see people will get into the painted area and they'll second guess when Wemby's there.
No,
I think like that, as long as you can slow Shea down and hold him below that 30-point line, there really ain't much that they can do outside of that. Isaiah Joe's been in and out, getting his rhythm right. Aaron Wiggins been a little hurt. I think there can be some filled spaces. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of Dort. Like you said, you can't have Caruso and Dort at the same time. You have nobody score. We got to fill that spot with somebody else that can get a bucket.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I personally feel like San Antonio has that edge. If you see anybody else in the West that's really rocking with San Antonio, of course Denver's always a competitor. So we're never gonna. I feel like that's the unspoken.
They just lost.
Denver's
They just lost Johnson for probably about 2 months. I don't know if you've seen that.
Cam Johnson. Yeah, and
He bruised a bone in his knee.
Aaron Gordon's been out for a little bit. I think as long as Denver is healthy going into the playoffs, factor. You always got to count them out. You always got to count them in. But it's hard to go against San Antonio right now. What you think, Fish?
I think that there was only one team last year that was able to really give a Thunder a run for their money, and that was Indiana. And they matched them pacing wise. They just fucking pressed them harder than they had gotten pressed all year until uh, Tyrese Halliburton tore his Achilles. Like, I mean, he was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc to start the game. They were up 9-2. Like, game was looking like they were running that thing from the first quarter from tip off. And
I
then
agree.
Shy took over after there was no offense on the other side of the floor. This year, the one thing that we keep seeing them struggle with when they play the Spurs is
Hey,
Shy gets to the hoop, right? That's
Yeah.
what he does.
Mm.
He gets to the hoop. Who does he have to run into every single time he gets down there? Like Jack was saying, he has to run into Wemby. They just stick him down there, like, bring it on. Come on. Bring it over here. We want you to because
It's true.
we're not really scared of anybody else on your team. We're gonna make you do it, and when you do it, you're bringing whoever you're taking with you down here, and then you're gonna run into a 7'3" monster who can stick his hand over the backboard without fucking jumping. Like
yeah.
that's gonna be hard to score. It's gonna be hard to facilitate a lot of numbers like that. I think it's gonna be. I think Shy in a 7-game series he'll probably be able to get it together if they end up meeting in like the conference finals. They'll be able to
He'll average
throw
30.
some wins together, but it's going to be ugly.
He's gonna average 30. I think I agree. And having Wemby down there takes away the whole painted area. I watched most of that game. Hardenstein played well last night. He didn't play in the first matchup. He had 12 boards last night. You know, he gave Wemby a good fight, but that's also my problem with Chet. If Chet was a lot more aggressive, that would make it a lot harder to be having to deal with two aggressive, strong 7-footers, two
Yeah, I
present.
agree.
True.
But really, he's dealing with a 3 and a center in Hardenstein. I think
Yeah.
I think having Wemby down there, it makes Shea's shots. He definitely got to take way harder shots. He's still going to get his 30, but it's going to be a very labored 30.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And including if he misses, he has to run. They're going to get that board, and that ball is flying on the other end. So they're hard to keep up with, and they got a lot. They got a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The thing that stood out for me was I know last year when they were on the Thunder on their run, the biggest question wasn't whether Shea was going to be able to show, but was it could he get support from J Dub and Chet? And I think now the question probably turns into this year is can they get Chet? Can Chet be that third guy? Can he be the third problem for them offensively? Like, and I think I don't know. I think that question's still up in the air, and it's something that they're definitely going to have to think about long term, especially this year if Chet can turn that corner. I need Chet to get Wemby out the paint. I think that's something they got to talk about. I need Wemby to have to come out there and you have to guard him so you can create space for other people. If Chet can't fucking be an offensive threat, which makes Wemby say, okay, I don't really believe in you, so I'm gonna go stand over there on the block and let you shoot all night, and I'm gonna hold the paint down. So when Shea gets to his mid range spots, and I'm right there, and I can't kick it out to Shea because Chet hasn't really been making any shots. That's a problem. So I think Chet does have to become more of an offensive threat in order for him to be an elite, like as elite as they can be, and be this potential dynasty that everybody needs him to be. I think on the Spurs end, I think my questions would be, who's sitting in some of these games? Because I think there's going to become point in times where I think Castle's proven to be their one. I think he looks the best being the one for them.
Yeah,
In my opinion, I think now it's between Fox and Harper on who's the wing players, who's gonna be on the wings. You know,
you have to include. You got to include Vassell.
right? So it's like who's sitting? Because like,
I think
you know,
they genuinely have to run through the rotation because you can't not play Vassell. I think Vassell is one of those guys who he knows what to do. His work is cut out.
He's a vet too, though. He played with Pop. He know how to, even though they weren't winning, like you playing with Pop, you learn how to play the right way. So
yeah, him. I think him and Kel have seniority, and they've been. I think they have a profound respect for those two players, so they're gonna get their time. I think it becomes between who we're getting more of Castle, Fox, and Harper. Because we always know we always know what we're gonna get from Harper. We're gonna get 6 assists from Harper. Pass the ball. He's gonna get guys involved. It becomes between whether Castle's got the hot hand, he's tired, who matchups are, and who can Fox. Because I think Castle's a better matchup if we're playing OKC because he can guard and he can. I think Fox if you got a small guard and you need someone abuse a one because Fox is very hard to stay in front. Like when the Spurs played LA, they threw a lot of Fox at Reeves. They threw a lot of De'Aaron Fox at Austin Reeves. So I think matchup base. It's all about what you get. But I feel like if we're going OKC San Antonio, Fox probably ends up on the lower end because of size, more size and pace on him. But Fox is a vet. He knows where to fit in at. He knows how to get his.
Yeah, he's a vet too. He's one of those guys that you don't. And I love teams that have like a good mix of vets too with young guys because vets you don't gotta really tell them too much. Like they know how to play, they know how to fit in. I think Fox is realizing this team. Okay, I need to be I probably need to be the second best scorer on this team, more than just be a point guard now. Because it's like okay, I got guys like Castle and Harper that are more facilitated right now because Castle can't really score yet like that in a way that like Fox can, not disrespectfully. Not like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like Fox has a bag. He has a pro bag that he's done it for years with. As far as like Castle's still learning how to develop that and what he's going to be good at. He's supposed to develop an outside jump shot. It's not as consistent. So I think once those things come into play, I think his bag will definitely come out more. But don't get me wrong, Castle can definitely get to that cup. That's what he can do.
I feel like he has a lot of games where he gets the Spurs started with the scoring. He has a lot of 20, 25 games. Especially as of the last few months, he has a lot of 20. You might have to go logs. And if anything, he.
So my question is: do you think this Spurs team with the surplus of guards can this work long term?
It's not. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, but it's not. It's money that's gonna fix that though. Money. People gonna have to get paid. That's what happened. That's what broke up OKC in the past. That's what broke up a lot of teams. Is you gotta pay people, and they're not gonna be able to afford 4 elite guards. Somebody's leaving.
I think that I don't know. I honestly can't tell you what direction.
Like you're the oldest one, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think
Fox is the. But you signed. But you signed Fox to a deal already. He a max, by the way.
I think it would be Fox or Vassell goes. I think you would want to keep Keldon, Castle, and Harper. You want to keep the 3. I definitely want to keep Castle.
Is it bad that I said I felt like Harper should get traded?
I was gonna say that at first. I feel like Harper should. I think it would be in Harper's best interest to get traded, to go to another team and have his own. But I think that it would be best Spurs' interest to try to duo them together and let Castle play his 2, rightfully so, and let Harper play the 1.
Okay, how we feeling about the Lakers? What comes to your mind when you think about the Lakers?
So tired of hearing about them.
Fish, I'll start with you. How you Fish? How you feel about the Lakers with Luka? How you feeling about it?
Bro, first of all, my supervisor at my other job, he played fantasy basketball and drafted 3 Lakers to his team: LeBron, Luca, and Rui, or whatever the hell his name is, bro.
Rui
I
actually
could
was.
not believe it. Could not believe it. He was like, "Bro, you gotta imagine this: when Luca and LeBron aren't there." Oh, excuse me, he had 4. He had Austin Reeves too. He said, "You gotta think about it. Austin Reeves is there, and he's playing because Luca and LeBron hurt, bro." Are you dumb, bro? You ain't gonna win. Anyways, I am tired of hearing about Luca. Luca doesn't look happy. He looks in all of his photos back in Dallas, he was smiling way harder. He looked like he was just a happier human being, and I feel bad for him. He's just playing basketball now. He doesn't it don't look like he loves to play basketball. It literally looks like he fell into like the Joker status where he just playing and he's ready to go back to his horses, bro. Let that man win a championship or two in LA and then call it quits, and he's gonna be out in the middle of somewhere in Europe.
Okay. Jack,
think-
what you doing with the Lakers, bro?
I think I don't know if I agree with the Luca not happy to. I'm gonna just say it. I think LeBron needs to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. I think that's a
He's
sentiment.
old, man.
Yeah,
He needs to go home.
I think
I
that's
think
a sentiment, bro. The other night, bro, they asked him like, "What'd you think about like
His presence is
I
just
forgot
not
who he was talking about. It was somebody playing really good against him. Who
the
was
Christmas
it?
game. It was asking about the Christmas game.
No, he was asking. There was a player that they played against that he was playing really well,
Oh.
and they were like, what do you think about this kid?" And he was like, "Honestly, bro, I don't even be watching NBA. Like, if it's not like the Lakers, like I just watch the Golf Channel now or whatever. Like, I watch golf YouTube or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, he's done." Everybody said, "Yeah, he's done. He's done." Like, he would have never said that 4 or 5 years ago. He would have known exactly where that kid's from, how long he been in the league, what he was looking like, what his averages were, what his splits were for the last 5 games. He would have known all that. And the fact that he didn't know anything about that kid, he's pretty much moved on in his mind from basketball.
That was Keontae George. They was
Yeah, because Keanu George had like 30. It was like the second time he had 30 versus the Lakers. He had no idea. Like, he had nothing. He could know nothing about the kid. And I was like, yeah.
Did you
he's
see
done.
the video of LeBron warming up on the court before the game? He
Mhm.
wasn't warming up his basketball jump shot. He was warming up his goddamn golf swing. He don't care. He wants to go home. He's done.
Yeah, bro. And I think to me, bro, like that's why, like,
in the way.
I felt like it was kind of selfish in him to pick up his option this past summer, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like that money could have
Well,
been
he just
used.
wanted to play with his boy, bro.
No, I mean he did that last year though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
like,
he really just wanted to play, like, have one more opportunity to maybe, try
Like-
to pass that torch.
like you, like this team not winning no championship with this roster, bro. Like they're not deep
Hell
enough.
no.
They ain't got enough. Like they're so top heavy that like outside of their 5, once they go off the court, it just gets bad offensively. Like, and we all
Terrible.
know in the playoffs, bro, like it's deeper than just your 5. You gotta have damn near 14 guys that can come out there and play at any given time and make an impact. And right now they only have 7, 6. I mean, I'm being generous with 7. So like, it's just bad, man. And I hate it. I hate it for Bron being a fan of him for so long. Like I was hoping that the team would look differently. But as a fan, man, I'm ready for him to be done. I'm ready for him to move on. And there's a lot of good teams. The Lakers have a good duo right now that deserve more, and I think with his money they could do that. They could get a third guy that could really make a real impact. So like they're 4, which is good. So that means they'll probably right now play Minnesota Timberwolves in the series. And I like the Lakers versus Timberwolves this year, but outside of that, the next round they're getting washed by whoever's there. So I mean, I don't want
What are we doing in Minnesota, bro? Like,
I've been
what
saying it
Ant
for the
got?
minute.
What are we doing?
I'm
Bro,
tired
does
of
Ant
Rudy
leave?
Gobert. I'm tired of Rudy Gobert. I'm gonna say that. I just think he's been in the way for too
I
long.
was such a big Rudy supporter for so long. He just can't get it done. Like,
I just not. I
Who?
like I like I'm a big Ant guy. I love Ant. Ant's fire. Like I think he's a really good player. He's exciting to watch. Love his bag. I love everything. I love the way he plays. Like I'm a big fan. But I just think right now this team, it's the way they're set up. They need spacing. You need space on the
He
court,
need
and
to
I feel
go
like
somewhere
Rudy
else.
is in the way. Well, you think Ant got to go somewhere else?
I think he
too.
needs to go somewhere else.
I think he should go to Detroit.
Nah, there's already a star there, bro. And K's not moving around. That shit
No.
dead. K's the
Yeah.
dog over there. He's big dog, bro. And I don't blame him. I'm not moving around for nobody. This is my shit. I brought this shit from the depths of hell. I'm not giving this up to nobody. So I feel like he should go to Atlanta. Atlanta back home with that team, boy. He went to Atlanta, it'd be jumping. I mean, get rid of Trey. Him and Johnson run that duo, bro, with them pieces around there. Yeah. Cause think about it now, and he ain't gotta be a facilitator no more. They got Johnson for that. He could just score.
You send Nikhil back to Minnesota, or you keep him in Atlanta?
No, I'm sending Trey to Minnesota.
No, but you can't just.
Okay, I'm sending Trey and
Dyson Daniels is not going to cut it.
Why not? You're the 5th player of the year.
Not going to cut it, and we don't want KP. So what else you got?
No, I'm gonna send Rishad Shear.
Fuck no.
Wait. What you Atlanta? You not giving that up?
I'm not taking Dyson. If I'm not taking Dyson, definitely not taking Reese.
Rishad Shear is a dog though.
I'm not gonna do him like that.
He averaging like 18 this year. He hooping. Is he not averaging 18? I'm bugging. I swear to bro, I'm about to go right. I got it pulled up for you. Hold on. I swear
I'm already on it. He's having an 11 point.
He's having an 11. I'm
and
tweet.
1 assist.
I'm tweet, y'all. I'm tweet. My fault. I thought it was 18. I might have read something different. My fault. Damn.
First round, first pick.
Ooh, Nikhil averaging 20. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know he was in his bag like that.
He was in his baggage.
Okay.
20.
What if I seen you Trey Young, Oneka, in two first rounds? That get
bro, that's way too much. That's way too much.
Not for Ant, a perennial superstar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to give out the bag.
You just said 3 players in 2 first rounds.
No. Trey Young, and Oneka, and the 2 first rounders for Ant. I just want Ant though. Y'all don't even want nothing back.
Nah, fuck that. I'm not about to help you out with your right now and your future. I'll give you a first and a second. You ain't taking 2 firsts from me. Fuck you.
I feel like
I'm giving you Trey Young and no.
I feel like that's Ant's value though. Is at least 2 first rounders right now.
But it's Minnesota, bro. They make bad deals all the time. I'm not about to offer that. I'm lowballing the fuck out of those idiots up there, bro.
Because you would agree to this, like, I feel like with these small market teams, they only have so many windows to get stars. Like, they either by the draft or like.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's no. So it's like they're not giving up. They're not giving up.
You decided to be the franchise in the middle of BFE. And you're going to have to deal with it. It's all right. That's why the Rams left St. Louis. They were like, man, it's popping over here, but not really. We can go to L.A. Watch. Yeah. See ya.
And they won a Super Bowl there. For third year there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like.
So what do y'all think it's going to take for the Timberwolves to, like, get the 3rd in the West? Instead of goal was 3rd. What do you think they need to do? Because right now they're 5th. And I feel like they're not a bad team. I watched them the other night. They actually were pretty good, exciting to watch. They got a good little core. But, like I said, I think
the most crucial thing's the center, bro. They need help.
I think Rudy's a good center. I just don't think he doesn't bring anything offensively, so he's just out there.
Exactly. He's just there. He needs help, bro.
I feel like they should have kept... I stand on this. They should have kept Cat. I do not know why they traded Cat. That was stupid. I would have got rid of Rudy. I remember between Rudy and Cat that one year, I was like, bro, Rudy would have been gone for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I can go get somebody that can contest at the rim that's like cheaper too. Like, but somebody like Cat who can score at that level at his height, and he gives you a little bit of defense. Like, I would have took that over.
Cat's been inconsistent the last year though. Last year was inconsistent. This year he looks a little bit better scoring wise, but.
I know,
Like
but
in the playoffs, bro, he did not produce in the playoffs last year, like at all.
and they got like Julius Randle, he's an empty stat. That's what I call Julius Randle. Empty.
Empty stat.
He's an empty stat, bro. I just don't.
It's called empty calories.
He doesn't affect winning in any type of way. He never has, and that's why he's been on like what, three different franchises: Lakers. Where did he go before that? Right. Knicks, and then now he just doesn't. And then the way Ant plays, I don't think they work well together because Ant already plays kind of empty stat anyway. So then you add another empty stat guy to his as a running mate, and it's like that ain't winning games, bro. Now I'm telling you, he gets somebody like Giannis who affects winning, like an Ant Giannis combo would be disgusting, like because now Ant again can just be who he is, an all-time scorer, and then go get. And then Giannis can do all the other things that helps winning. Like that's how I see it. I think they need somebody like that with Ant. And I don't know if Ant is ever gonna be like a finals. I don't see him carrying a team to the finals type of player.
Anybody think Giannis wins another championship?
Yeah.
In Milwaukee, specifically in Milwaukee.
Fuck no, he's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know why Milwaukee is trying to hold on to this glimmer of hope that y'all finna figure it out with him, bro. Just chop it, bro. It's over.
Bro, like, he needs to go somewhere else. It's like, yeah. And I feel like his time came and went so fucking fast. Like, literally, bro. Like, it feels like that run in Milwaukee where they were, like, top dogs, it was like a blip in life, bro. It feels like it almost didn't even happen.
Well, it feels like that because they won a championship, and then the following year, Chris Middleton gets hurt, and he gets hurt for 2 years in a row, and then it's just like it's over with. Like,
and they fired their coach on the championship whip.
Right, they fired Budenholzer, and then then they fired Adrian Griffin, who started out with the best record they'd had in years. I think they were like 10-2 when they fired him. Like, so it's like they've made every bad decision you can the last few years, and and then they can't put a team around Giannis that makes sense. They went out and got like KPJ, like that was finna tinkle somebody's fancy. Like that motherfucker is an empty stat. Like, I don't even know why they thought that was a good idea. And then
they brought Dame out.
They got Dame, but Dame was like
for no reason.
Dame was past his prime, obviously. So like it was just none of it. It just didn't make sense. Like I don't know. Like. To me, I was
why did they get Dame, bro?
Like to me, somebody like James Harden would have been a lot better with Giannis than Dame. Because at least James Harden, you can guarantee a 30 and 10 with him, or a 25 and 10 every night. Dame is like he's always been a 30 ball with like 6 assists type of player. It doesn't affect winning. Like it doesn't. He's an empty stat player too.
As somebody who's not a fan of James Harden, like I've never really ever liked him at all. That motherfucker can score the basketball, bro. Yeah. Oh my god! I watch him shoot that motherfucking thing, and it's out of his hand every time. I'm like, wet. Man, will somebody just put a hand in his face, please? Like, do something productive. Doesn't matter wet. I'm like,
so with that being said, to round this beautiful conversation we've had tonight up, the Rookie of the Year conversation.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm gonna be the guy and go ahead and say I'm picking Kanepu because he looks to be a generational shooter so far.
No cap.
I mean, he's shooting 50% from three.
That's wild. Fastest to 100 threes in 28 games, and the second best is what, like 7 games?
Yeah, bro. He's looking pretty
insane.
He's looking scary, I'm not gonna lie. I was messing with Fish, I think before he started the show. He's so good that he put LaMelo Ball in trade talks. Like they're like, yeah, you know what? We kind of good off of you now. We found what we were looking for. I appreciate you holding it down for a little bit, being an ass so we could get him. But now that we're not trying to be an ass no more, you gotta go, bro. It's not personal though. Mm-hmm. I just think They don't really need LaMelo Ball anymore. I'm gonna be honest. They can go get somebody in the draft and then replace Melo and then let him move on and get a good guard next to Knipple. But who y'all got, man? You got Con Knipple at 1, Cooper's at 2, Cedric Howard at 3, Derek Queen at 4, and VJ Edgecombe at 5. Who's y'all?
Wait, who's at 3?
3 is Cedric Howard from Memphis. Yeah, they kind of doing Derek Queen dirty a little bit, but it's okay though. I know y'all got Coop, but tell me why y'all got Cooper Flag though. And I'm sorry with you, Fish. I want to hear this from you. Why you got Cooper Flag, bro?
I don't even necessarily think Cooper Flag deserves it in the sense of he's gonna have the best all around year. I think the flashiness of what Cooper Flag has brought on top of the storyline of Luka being traded, the lottery win, the head coach gets fired, he still comes out there and is able to deal with all this shit that's going on around basketball and still be able to produce as a 19, 20-year-old kid out there. And like, I feel like that storyline is just going to take the offensive rookie of the year, like, voters like by the balls. They're just gonna like fall in love with that storyline and want to give it to them. I think that Knupple's actually a really good alternative pick. I think VJ Edgecombe's also been playing really well. I don't think he has what it takes to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I think the Offensive Rookie of the Year thing is going to be overshadowed by the storyline of the Dallas Mavericks with Cooper Flag instead of Cooper Flag with the Dallas Mavericks, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. I think at that time, I think I'm gonna remove Cedric Howard at the top 3, even though I really do like his game. I think it's a lot more one-dimensional than the other 3 between Queen, Knuckle, and Flag. I like VJ Edgecombe. I feel like his voting is gonna get overshadowed by him playing next to Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain. Much talent. He's very in terms of like, I hate to look at it as an overall pictures because it's just a rookie year, but definitely has one of the best potentials. I think Cooper Flag is my rookie of the year because he affects winning the most. I would like him and Knuckle play together again in the pros. You know, they have their thing going at Duke. I would like to see them play together. They have a nice little like balance on and off kind of play style. I agree with the Hornets one with Knuckle because he's a assertive player. Therefore, he understands what to do. He has a good command of what to do and what not to do. Play the 2, he can play the 1. He can call the plays, doesn't really matter. Cooper Flag's just my MVP because his defensive presence, he's blocking shots, he's towards the game when AD's out, he's PJ Washington's off or Max Christie's off. Mavericks don't really look that good, but they have been winning some like tight games against some teams. They just beat Denver the other night. He gave a 4. So it really is, I guess, between if you're really watching it, it is a pick 'em. It is a pick 'em thing, but yeah. I do got to go Hoop just because of the defensive end of things. He's playing good defense too. He's passing the ball. He's showing that he's a complete player. He's not just shooting or scoring.
So I gotta go Con because I'm over here right now. I'm reading.
Numbers look way.
It says Con. It says through 17 games, his 63 3-point field goals have him on pace for 303, which would shatter Keegan Murray's NBA rookie mark of 206. Mathematically, Knipple's 3.71 3-point per game so far ranks second to Curry's all-time 3.97 compared to Curry as a rookie. That's crazy. And then, but 17 versus 1,041 games, like, it's not really comparable, right? But here's a better comparison. Then there's Curry before he changed the game was 19 of 49 at 38.8%, or 3 points through his first 17 games to Knipple's 63 of 144, which is 43.8 over his final 63 games of rookie. Curry upped his rate to 147 of 331, shot 44% his rookie year from 3. They're saying he's going to bypass that by a mile. So right now, off the numbers, you already see that you have a generational shooter on your team.
It's the crazy. The numbers are insane.
Like, that shit's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have a generational shooter right now. It tells you you potentially could have the next Curry on your hands.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty much what it's saying. His numbers are saying.
He's so efficient. It's crazy.
And he's efficient too. And the other thing too is something I didn't really see at Duke, because honestly, when you're at Duke, you don't really have to create as much when you have other people who are just as good as you. You know what I'm saying? But like on the Charlotte Hornets, bro, he makes people better on that team. Like how he creates off of just being like getting doubles and people coming when he comes off the screen. Now everybody's looking at him. So now he catches somebody not looking on a back door. You know what I'm saying? Like he just knows how to create, and that's not something you really seen from him. So the fact that you can see that in his game early just tells you like, okay, he might be a franchise player for them. That's what they've been looking for, honestly, in Charlotte. So I mean, I gotta go there because Charlotte's not good, and he makes them whenever they do look good. He is the only reason that they look good. You got AD on the Dallas Mavericks. Low key, they're gonna still probably make the playoffs because of the fact that their roster is pretty well. I mean, they have PJ Washington's a very good wing, good young wing.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis, Kyrie could come back. Who knows? Max Christie, like. And then next year they're gonna Dallas. I mean they got a good roster, bro. I just think right now if we're talking about like a rookie who's making their team better, I would say,
I know. No. It's really.
It's only because I could see Cooper only because they're gonna make the playoffs this year, for sure.
The way is the numbers you can pull Khan from a number standpoint. But I think Cooper, like,
he's affecting it more, right?
He's affecting it more, and with that roster, it does not only those numbers really like he's fitting in with a roster that can compete. Like he's not. I think Khan has more opportunity to. Is not only is LaMelo hurt, Brandon Miller is never there. Miles Bridges kind of just does whatever he wants. So the Charlotte Hornets are like whoever steps up to the plate kind of ordeal. Whereas Coop's kind of like fitting into a designated role. I agree that Khan's definitely a franchise player, but you got to put some more around him because it's not going to be LaMelo. It's not going to be. It might not be Miles Bridges if we're going to start taking back.
It's not Brandon Miller.
I like Brandon Miller, but he's been hurt his first 2-3 years, like the majority of the year. We get tired of that at a certain.
Yeah, I gotta see.
The best ability is availability.
That's a fact.
And if you can't be available, then what's the point?
Because Brandon Mills was averaging 18 right now. I mean,
nice. Like we need that. That's what I'm saying.
What's up with that boy's shoulder? Hold on, bro. Why his shoulder always hurt?
His shoulder is.
Is he good? Like, I'm seeing a press conference, bro. He got his shoulder all wrapped up like he was like playing
Don't
in the.
worry about it, man. He be alright. Sometimes ballers gotta be balled up.
Yeah, bro, but so we're yeah, man. With that being said, y'all, we're gonna end the show right there, man. I want to give a big shout out to Fish, man, for popping out, and look forward to more of our brothers hopping in, man. Hope we get Fish back real soon. Might be the next episode, man. Who knows? But I had a fun time with Big Dog Fish, Jack, man. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You know we gonna be here every week as long as we can. Y'all look for 2 episodes coming out too, man. I'm still had the fam this week and all that. I moved. Whole bunch of shit going on, but y'all gonna definitely get a little 2-episode treat this time come around. So I appreciate y'all, man.
Yo, we might have to do a in-person Fish and Cook at the same setup.
We do, we really do, because Fish is in the same. This is in the same state. You right around the corner too. No bullshit. But we might
I
do
leave
definitely.
in February, but I got time in January.
Hey, look, please pull up, bro. We could definitely make that happen. But yeah, man, we gonna peace out, man.
We will.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all stay up.